How's it going, guys? Welcome back to our Arizona Coyotes franchise mode here on FHM12. It is episode 7, season 7, and we are looking to repeat back to the conference final or better this year. And this is the team that we have. To view the lines, it's going to be nice. Malhotra, Roos, Barkey, Stenberg, Maddox Schultz, Callie Nordstrom, Easton Cowan, Bill Zonin. It's a mix between Max Graham and Kokaniemi, Andreas Janssen, and Lucas Reichel. On the back end, Cale McCann, Lyndon McQuaid, Ben Danford, Alex Vlasic, Nikishin, and Alexander Romanov. So last year, we got 96 points. We finished second in the division. We made the playoffs. We're looking to do just that again. We are looking to do that again. Let's get into the elephant in the room, having Mr. Easton Cowan on the team. Honestly, I traded for him. Perfect third line center for us. He is half retained by the Ottawa Senators. He's won a Memorial Cup. He's won an OHL championship with London Knights, and then he won a Stanley Cup in 2030-2031 with the Ottawa Senators. So not last year, but the year before. Perfect replacement for Braden Point. He is a rental. I am inclined to bring him back, but I want to see how he does first. He's going to be on the wing of Bill Zonin, and Callie Nordstrom is going to get the opportunity to play with him up there. If we look at the contract lengths, actually before we do that, I'm up at up at the start of the regular season. I jumped through the draft. Honestly, there's no need to watch it anymore. We are a playoff team, or we are aiming for the playoffs. We're not drafting anybody huge. We did bring on Daniel McGregor, who's the captain of the Owen Sound Attack. For where we got him, I know it only says 2-star, but I think you can develop him into like a bottom 6 player for us for the future. He looks pretty similar to what Callie Nordstrom is. And we also drafted Johan Bieber out of the Calgary Hitmen. Again, just a depth defenseman for the future. In the offseason, I made a trade for Rasmus Nilsson. I sent Konovalov a 6th, a 5th, and a 4th to the Sabres. This works out for both teams. The Sabres need a starting goaltender. They have one. He looks real good too. He looks a lot better than he did for us. So hopefully they can use him well. Hopefully he can be good. We got a prospect goalie back because if you look at it, Devin Levi is only here for another 3 years. You gotta have his replacement ready to go. And between Donovan Knapp, Nilsson, and Daryl Lindholm, one of them has to be ready to go. So that's kind of what we're aiming for, because I don't know if we're going to bring back Devin Levi. I love Levi. I love what he's done here in Arizona. If you look at his career stats, he's played all but like 30 some odd NHL games with us. He has 300 games in the NHL. 297, 906 save percentage, 2.97 goals against average. It's a Vezina year for him. He needs to aim for the Vezina. He needs to do that. He's a Winter Olympic gold medalist. He needs to prove his worth. Because these next 3 years are going to be huge. This is our cup window. Our cup window is the 3-year window right now. All of these guys fall within that. And I'm excited about it, but we're going to have some big names due up very soon. Ivar Stenberg, Denver Barkey, Johansson, Zonin. We have to re-sign Ben Danford this year. We'll be moving on from Alexander Romanov. It looks like he wants way too much money to stay here. He wants like $7 million. I can't afford to pay him. Vlasic looks like he'll be walking as well. So there's a lot going on. Kotkaniemi as well. Looks like he'll be on the outs. We have Matic Schultz, who needs a new contract, along with Easton Cowan. So this team looks good, but we could be in the possibility, or we could be in the range of losing guys, right? The possibility of losing guys. I don't want to do that. I want to win a cup as soon as we can, but I also want to set us up for a good couple years of just consistent playoff hockey. And it looks like we can go back to the playoffs this year, given what we have. We have depth. We have the blue line. I think Lyndon McQuaid can jump into that 60 point range too for us. The season preview has us among the top 3 teams in the league. Caleb Malhotra got snuffed out of a Frank J. Selke trophy last year. Let's see if he can rebound in a big way for us. And Devin Levi is in the conversation with Ilya Sorokin, and Jake Ottinger is the league's best goaltender. This might be the best the team will ever be. So we need to get it done, and then we need to set up a window where we can win multiple. So I will jump up to the midway point of the season, give you guys an update on what the team looks like here at mid-season. And we are sitting pretty at the top of the Central Division with 60 points, second in the NHL. What a turnaround for this team. And they've really put the league on notice too. This is insane. 60 points. We have 3 games in hand on the Blackhawks, 2 points up on them. Really, it's a first and second tier. We either fall off second or third in the division, or we stay where we are. Let's take a look at the team stats quickly. There is the league stats, a little bit expanded for you. No crazy things being pointed out. Leon Ruse is on pace for 44 goals. That's an issue. That is a big issue. Because we have to re-sign him. Team stats, we sit 14th in the league. That is not accurate. What is it being sorted by? Not games played. We want it sorted by points. Regardless, we are not 14th. Let's check the goals per game. 3.26. We're sitting 13th in the NHL for that. Goals against per game. We're sitting 3rd. We are once again among one of the best defensive teams in the NHL. Power play, we are down there at 12%, 30th in the league. I'm not going to complain about that, to be honest with you. I'm really not. We are 2nd for our penalty kill. So let's get to the team stats next. Leon Ruse leading the way, 48 points in 42 games. If he continues on this pace, he'll have 96 points at the end of the year. Huge year for him. Caleb Malhotra. I think this is going to be his first 70-point season if he can keep up this pace too. It would be his best season to date if he continued. Not true. Not true. It'd be his second best season if he continued on his pace. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I really am. He's a defensive beast for us. Just get your points. Get your time. Or do your top line minutes. Lock down top lines for us. And that's all I ask of you. But 70 points, that would be just a cherry on top for him. Maddox Schultz having a breakout sophomore season. 66-point pace for him. He's unreal on that second line. Denver Barkey. 62-point pace for him. One of his best seasons with us. Ivar Stenberg. 58 points. His best season. All these players are having phenomenal years. Lyndon McQuaid. Breakout sophomore season for this young stud defenseman. Bill Zonin, another very usable season for him. 40 points on that third line would be ridiculous. Easton Cowan, his first season with us, and he's on pace to do what he did with Ottawa. Hang around the 40-point plateau. Ben Danford, 34-point pace. Matthew Nyes. Now, the issue with Nyes is he's been hurt. Once again, he was out for a month. So it's going to take him a minute to get going, but I think he can kind of click on to that point per game pace from here on out. He's just gotta keep his head up and continue working. And I think he's got it. Klaus Friedman made his NHL debut, played 21 games for us while Nyes was out. He put up 14 points in those 21 games. Honestly, unreal for him. But since he's got the two-way contract, sign him down. Let him play some meaningful games down in the AHL. Instead of sitting on the bench or playing third line for us, we are a contending team. I don't want to use him if I don't have to. And again, the two-way contract just means so much more for us. Andreas Johnsson. 22 points for his rookie season. That would be pretty good. Alexander Lang. 14 points for him in the bottom six. Callie Nordstrom did tear his back muscle 6 games in. He looked to be the guy for that third line. And now he's out for 2 to 3 months. That really does hurt him. I think he'll come back in a depth role. I don't know if he'll get playing time immediately because we're going to be doing some upgrades. Here's a look at the lines. You've got Lucas Reichel with Easton Cowan and Bill Zonin. Honestly, Reichel hasn't been terrible. He's played some second line minutes for us this year. He looks good, 15 points in 36 games. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. I don't really want to do anything to the team right now. There is some interesting guys out on the block that we can go check out. Donovan Knapp, I sent him down to the AHL because in 6 games he had a 3.99 goals against and an 852 save percentage. Not good enough. Not good enough. Now his potential did go up, so that's interesting to see. He's played down in Hamilton for 15 games and he's done a lot better. So he might be on that in between where he's not quite ready to go. Cullen Ellsworth has played pretty good for us. If he can keep a 906, maybe like a 910, somewhere in between there with these backup numbers, that would be pretty good for him. Liam Kenny doing good work down there in Hamilton. Hamilton looks to be really good again, so that's nice to see. We do have pieces that we can move around at the deadline or in the off season that I will think about moving. But yeah, other than that, we've again had a great start to the season. Really good halfway through the season, and some guys have developed. Caleb Malhotra has a 5-star talent and potential. He is only 24 years of age. He's got 4.5 left for 4 years. So even if he only has good 4 years, it's all going to be under contract for very cheap for us. That, looking back on it, was a deal for us. Anyways, enough rambling. I will see you guys up at the deadline where we look to make some additions. We're up here at the 2033 trade deadline. Let's take a look at where we sit. First in the Central, 3 points up on the St. Louis Blues. We look real good. We look real good. There's not much more I can say. 6 points up, 3 points up on second place there. We're chasing down the top of the league, being Columbus, Montreal, and San Jose. I don't think we're going to get there, and Ottawa for that matter. I don't think we're getting there, but we can make some moves to improve the team here. Taking a look at what we have, I still think the Lucas Reichel trade does make sense. I think, if anything, we exercise the right to send down Mr. Alexander Lang to the AHL. He has no waivers again this year. I think we exercise it, and hopefully he comes back next year for us. Other than that, the team has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now, Holtz has been really good. Leon Ruse has been really good. Maddox Schultz has been good. Nyes has stepped back in, and he's done Matthew Nyes things, right? And if he stays healthy toward the end of the season, he could be eclipsing 50 points, which would be very solid after these years out. You know, first year in, 60 points. Second year, 48 points. Last year, not so good. Only 23 games, though. If he can get up to the 50-point mark by the end of the season, he's looking all right. It's just injury troubles for him have been holding him back. I'm gonna try Elias Pettersson. I think he makes too much sense. Now, what do we give up? McGregor, Bieber. They really just need everything. We have 2 seconds and a third. We could go picks. What kind of players do we have? Kenny, no. Ruse, no. Obviously not. Antignani. C-card. Done deal. So we overextend a tiny bit. I think we gave up quite a bit. But we got back a prospect that we're going to be able to grow and use. Bring him in. He played in Erie. Did he play with... Interesting. Did he... He must have. He played in Erie in 30-31. It was the back half of... No, it was the full year. 30-31. With Erie. 30-31. He played with Lyndon McQuaid. That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. Insane. And we just brought on Elias Pettersson. Immediately shift him to the wing. We gave up quite a bit. We did. And it sucks that we got rid of Lang, but it's the price you pay for being a playoff team. But a tidy bit of business here for the Arizona Coyotes. We pick up Elias Pettersson and depth piece Matt McGroarty from Tampa, Elias Pettersson from Vancouver. Tidy bit of business. I think we are done here at the deadline. I will see you guys at the end of the year. Here we are, end of year number 7. We sit atop and remain atop of the Central Division. We are the Central Division champions this year with 110 points, 4 points behind the best team in the West. We also finished... what is that? 1 there, 2, 3, 4. We finished top 5 in the league. Devin Levi had a monster end to the year. We have some bad news though. As you can see, there's some rookies up here, ones that weren't up here before. We have injury problems. Let's cover that. Graham Pickering tore his UCL, and Lyndon McQuaid fractured his tibia. Lyndon might be back. Pickering is gone. So McQuaid got hurt, Pickering came in, played McQuaid's spot, and that's where we sit. Osberger is now the top line defenseman, the quarterbacking defenseman for us. And Hanesic is up here in the NHL. I'm completely just... wow. Injuries hit us hard at the end of the year. Nyes also went down with an injury. Barkey went down with an injury, so they didn't finish off the year. They ended up sitting out for some time. Stenberg got hurt. He ended up playing all the games. I put him on the 4th line. But there was some massive, massive things happening with the team. I just want to double check that everybody is where they need to be. We are missing a defenseman there. Not McCann. Hanford. Thought there was a defenseman there the whole time. McCann, Romanov, Danford, Vlasic, Nikishin, and Osberger. I have no idea how this is going to shape up. I have not a clue. Oh, and we didn't finish atop of the division. We got the Blues. The Blues beat us at their final game. I thought everybody was done. There's still another 2 teams here that need to play. So we're playing Dallas in round number 1. Is what it looks to be. That's the standings outlook. Looks like it's Montreal playing Washington, Buffalo playing Columbus, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, Ottawa, Florida. Cool thing for Florida, they ended up signing Braden Point. Braden Point is a Florida Panther. Interesting because he was a former Lightning. In the West, the Sharks are going to play the Wild. The Blues will play the Blackhawks, so that would have been cool to see us finish in first and play the Blackhawks in round 1, but it's Blues, Blackhawks, Stars, and Coyotes. Let's take a look at their team as a whole. And then once we get into the game, we'll see their lines. Ottinger and Fleury are the 2 goalies. Simon Nemec, who I didn't have him. I thought I might have. Thomas Harley, Brady Cleveland, Thomas Hamara, Colin Ralph, Charlie Oak, Fabian Lascelles, Grant Reed, Matthew Poitras, Solomon Tomasino Rantanen, Cutter Gauthier, Max Swanson, Jonathan Lechermacki, Ethan Katz, Jordan Gustafsson, Sardarian, Gornzik, Andronov, and Michael Nygaard. Adam Yurchek there. Interesting. That's the outlook of the Dallas Stars. Let's get into game number 1. And let's see how this goes. Devin Levi, Jake Ottinger, game 1 in Arizona. 6-3 loss. I want to see their lines too. Rantanen, Tomasino, Lascelles, Solomon, Katz. Yeah, they're even for what they're doing. They're not great, but they have pieces. A top pairing defensive line is going to be huge for them. Game 2. 3-0 win. Okay. Matthew Nyes, a big game. Osberger scores. Nyes scores. Nyes again. And it's a 3-0 shutout. As we head into Dallas, tied 1-1 is the series. And we take it. Score 4-3. Mikko Rantanen gets them on the board. Cale McCann scores on the power play. Caleb Malhotra and then Elias Pettersson scores. Tomasino makes it a 1-goal game. Maddox Schultz makes it the 4-2 lead. Fabian Lascelles makes it 4-3. And it's a little bit too late. They aren't able to tie. Alright. And Maddox Schultz goes down. He will play. I do know that we got to get a 3-1 lead here, so I feel a little more comfortable. Minor injury. He's not out for very long. 1 to 2 weeks. He's sitting good at 100, so he'll play. Can we go up 3-1? Or will Dallas tie it up at 2s? 4-1 loss. They open the goal scoring. Bill Zonin gets one back. They open the goal scoring in the second period. Sardarian, Lechermacki score. And then Sardarian again. We go down 3-0. Zonin scores. Too late for a comeback. Maddox Schultz played good. I can't blame him. Seems like it was just meant to be. Back at home for game number 5. 3-1 loss. Not what I like to see. Okay, lines have to be. Nikishin is out. Bone bruise on the wrist. He's done for 21 days. He'll go straight to the injury list. Alright. The best thing we can hope for is a push to Game 7. The worst thing is a loss in round 1 after a dominating season for the Arizona Coyotes. And then that leaves us somewhere I don't know what to do if we don't win this. We have to. A must win. 4-2 victory. There will be a Game 7. Elias Pettersson opens the goal scoring. Caleb Malhotra scores. Cutter Gauthier. I think it's Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier gets them to within 1. Jesperi Kotkaniemi gives us a 2-goal advantage. Nygaard scores, and Elias Pettersson, our deadline acquisition, a guy we've been eyeing up all season, scores a big final goal. Toronto is off to round number 2. Bedard is in the press box. Start is done. And here we go. Game 7. Round 1. Didn't think we'd be here. Didn't think we'd lose the players we've lost. Do I bump up Vlasic? I mean, we won, but before we simulate. Mossberger has won a championship. He won last year. Do I trust that? Not totally. I'm gonna bump up Vlasic. I'm gonna bump up Romanov, I think. Let Romanov lock it down. Osberger will play. He'll just play on the third line. Here we go. The big guns are where they need to be. Game 7. It's what you live for. And the Arizona Coyotes booked their ticket to the second round. Are they out in 1? And they will. That's huge. We will look at the preview. Toronto, Ottawa, Columbus, New York, San Jose, Anaheim, and St. Louis. They meet us in round number 2. They squeak home ice advantage away. They take out the Blackhawks, who did win. We're either going to pay them back for making us play the Stars, or they're going to get revenge for last year. Ravensburgen. They don't. Whoa. Joshua Ravensburgen. Who did they get? Wow. And they don't have Ryerson Leanders. Crazy. They have a great goalie, though. Hasn't played great. I'm going to check his playoff numbers out in a second. Hunter Brustovitz, Jake Sanderson from Ottawa, Oscar Asplund. Wow, they have a great team. They have rebounded very quick. Gavin McKenna, who we will see this year, fresh as a daisy. Caleb Denoyer, Rob Thomas, Svechnikov, Tyler Longo, who played and got 76 points. 76-point man, Tyler Longo. Hanzik, Kapanen. Wow. They have built themselves quite the team. Round number 2, rematch of round 1 last year. It's got to be Caleb Malhotra. Malhotra needs to shut down their team. Game 1 in St. Louis. 2-1 win. Eric Hansen starts the goal scoring. Ivar Stenberg opens the scoring for us. Cale McCann scores to make it 2-1, and that's how it sits. Or that's how it sat. Third period was scoreless. I don't care who scores. I don't care how we win. We just need to win. Ottawa looks crazy good. Maddox Schultz is safe to dress. I'm going to take that advisement. I'm going to use him. We just won. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. We just won. I'm going to leave it as is. Game 2 in St. Louis. 3-1 loss. Okay, now we can throw him in. Stenberg opens the scoring for us. Tyler Longo gets on the board, ties up the game, and then Caleb Denoyer just takes off. First home game, we got to take it. 5-1 loss. Two 2-1 lead for the Blues. Game 4, we win. Actually, that being said, Maddox Schultz will now step back into that power play. Game 5, back in St. Louis. We win. Easton Cowan, big night for him. As the scoring finally woke up, Petey gets us on the board after they score. Svechnikov there. And then we take off Romanov, Reichel, and Ruse. This means everything. What do you have? What do you got for us? 7-0 win. That's how I like to see it. Don't let them get up. Maddox Schultz opens the scoring. Easton Cowan, Alex Vlasic. Cowan with a hat trick in a game 6 that really did mean everything. Maddox Schultz and Ivar Steinberg there. We'll get the final goal. Let's take a look at this team, and oh boy. Yaroslav Askarov, Luke Hughes, Trenton Bennett there. Luke Hughes, Riker Evans, Calder Hamilton, Christian Kyrou. What the hell, dude? Again with this guy. That's where I was wondering where he went. He was in St. Louis, and then he played in Seattle, and then San Jose traded for him like right away. 20 games into the regular season. What did they give up for this guy? Quentin Musty is what they gave up. Christian Kyrou. It's almost like they knew they were going to play us. Last time he played us, though, he lost in round 1 in a sweep. So will this be good luck or bad luck for them? Alexei Joseph, Macklin Celebrini, William Eklund, Milo Svelquist, Madden Dano, Kesper Holtonen, Igor Chernizov, Barrett Hayton, former Coyote. Not good. Former teammates turned teammates again. Noah Florent, Ben Hammerling, and Sam Follier. That's their lines. That's what they're going with. Macklin is on the third line because he's hurt. So we need to take advantage of that, but their top 6 is pretty solid. Luke Hughes and Kyrou on the back end too. Pretty solid. Askarov versus Levi. Captain Eklund, alternate captain Luke Hughes, and alternate captain Barrett Hayton. Odd that Macklin doesn't have the captaincy, but is what it is. Nyes, Romanov, and Malhotra. I need you guys to show up big. Here we go. Game 1, Conference Finals, Year 7. 6-3 win. Great start. Johansson opens the scoring. Deno and Ratu. Are you kidding me? All these former players. Nyes ties it up at 2. I didn't even see Ratu. I totally overlooked him. My bad. Alright. Kotkaniemi gives us a 3-2 lead. They tie it. Cowan, Nyes, and Kotkaniemi put it out of reach. That's a great way to end a game. Here we go, game 2. 4-3 win. First 2 games in San Jose, taking both is huge. Marcus Nordmark, Cale McCann ties it up at 1. Leon Ruse, there you are, buddy. Bill Zahn and Denver Barkey makes it 4-1. 4-2 Eklund, and 4-3 Joseph. He stopped the comeback. Enough with these defenseman injuries, man. We're getting absolutely screwed. Alright. I'm gonna roll with it. We've been playing good. 7-2 win. Now Holtra, Zonin, Ruse opens the scoring. Great start, Eklund. And then we take off. Stenberg, Maddox Schultz, Denver Barkey, Matthew Nyes. They get one more, but it's too little too late. Ben Danford's out. No, man. Giving them confidence would be bad, but we win and it's over. Danford can play, so we will play him. 4-1 win. And your Arizona Coyotes book their ticket to the Stanley Cup final. That's huge. I have crazy excitement right now. Sigh of relief as well. We split the season series. Dude, they don't look good, and that scares me. They didn't do as good as us in the regular season. They have Sorokin. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna check their stats for sure. Just because it's the final. Sorokin will most likely be starting. They got Burke Hood as well, Carson Lambos, Brant Clark, Xavier Villo, Hudson Thornton, Matthias Mihalik, I believe, Michael Molnar, and Sam Lorella. Quentin Byfield. Love to see that. Ryan Leonard. Oh, I'm pretty sure is there a former? Maybe not anymore. I was gonna say there's probably a former friggin' Coyote on this team too. I remember making trades with them. Benjamin Kivin, Yako Wysick, Cole Easerman, Lyndon Lakovic, Matthew Hilderman, Camille Benaric, Oliver Nadeau, Matthew Barzell, Robbie McCann. Dude, they have young mixed with old. Since this is the final, they don't have a cup, so they're also looking for one. Let's look at what they've been through in this run. And they haven't been a consistent playoff team. That was year one. Didn't make it. They did make it for 3 straight, then they had 2 years off, then they were back. And they missed, and now they're back again. I don't know what this is gonna be. Who's the captain, is it? It's Barzell. 1-7 against Pittsburgh, 7 against Columbus, and then swept Ottawa. And Ottawa was a powerhouse. Alright, here we go. Game 1, Stanley Cup Final. Sorokin versus Levi. 5-3 win. Nyes opens the goal scoring. They get one back with Oliver Nadeau. We get 3. 1 from Johansson, 2 from Bill Zonin. Ivar Stenberg scores to make it 5-1. Then they score 2 late. Alright. Ben Danford, he'll play, but I don't know if he'll play the next game. That being said, we don't have anybody to replace him, so we might. Here we go. Game 2 in Arizona. 4-1 loss. Yeah, Danford cannot play. Ryan Leonard Nyes ties it. Leonard and Bednarik. What do we have? In Long Island. 9-1 loss. Are you kidding me? Leonard Byfield scores 2. Bednarik scores. Cole Easerman scores. Nadeau. Oh my gosh. Elias Pettersson gets 1. Barzell ends the scoring. 2-1 loss. Cowan's got to come out. We got screwed with injuries here. Let's see if we can make it at least competitive series. We do. Don't count us out. Lakovic scores there. Then a Ruse. Yep. Onslaught. Good job. Ruse, please. If there was ever a time we need you to just go insane. All right. You lose, it's over. You win, you're still in. And we win. That's insane. Did we just force the Game 7? Here we go. Game 7. This is it. This is the best lineup I can think of. Danford, it looks good enough to play. Ivar, maybe should give him more time. Oh, I'm debating that. Here we go. Game 7, Stanley Cup Final. Year number 7. I'm not even looking. Alright, I'm looking. 7-4 loss. And we come so close, but yet just a little bit short. Romanov scores. Lakovic scores. 9 scores. We end the first period up 1. Malhotra scores. And then we collapse. We just crumble. Oh, and a goal with like 2 minutes left in the second. Screws us. Nyes comes out flying. Scores for us, and then we just couldn't hold. Heartbreak in Arizona.